Today, I'm building Sophia's computer. Her cousins, Sophia, and I have all researched and purchased all the parts to build a medium-level gaming computer except for the graphics card. These are the components. First, we have the case. It's a Cooler Master Masterbox TD500 mesh white case. It comes with 3 fans with RGB LED lights. The power supply is a gift from her generous cousins, Amy and Jonathan. It's a fully modular Corsair RM850X. The motherboard is an MSI B550-A Pro. The CPU is an AMD Ryzen 5 5600G. For RAM, we have 2 sticks of Corsair Vengeance 8GB DDR4 memory. For the SSD, we have the Kingston NV2 PCIe M.2 1TB drive. For Wi-Fi and Bluetooth connectivity, we'll add an Asus PCIe AX3000 card. And finally, for the operating system, we'll install Windows 11, thanks to our cousin Jonathan. The first thing we're going to do is try to update the BIOS. I've downloaded the file from the MSI website, and it seems the latest BIOS is from August of 2022. And so I've downloaded and put it on this old flash drive. I have now plugged in the power supply to the brand new motherboard and don't have any RAM, haven't installed the CPU or anything. I'm going to use the BIOS flash button. Wish us luck. I'll power up the power supply and see if it turns on. And I'm going to press the flash BIOS button, see, and hope it starts flashing. And there it is, it's flashing. And something's happening with the flash USB drive. Seems to be working. And now the LED light is flashing quickly. Oh, and the power supply fan has turned on. Something's happening. This might take a couple of minutes. Okay, we waited about 3 minutes and I think we're ready to continue. And the lights have all turned off. The power supply fan turned on for a bit and then turned off. So it looks like everything updated okay. So I think it's now time to turn off the power supply and remove the flash drive. Next, we're going to install the processor, and then we'll have to remove the cooler clips on the side, and then we'll apply some thermal paste. So here's the processor. Nicely. I'll pull the clip down. Good. Next, I'll remove the side clips we don't need, since the cooler has 4 spring screws. They're long screws. Okay, next I'll apply some of this thermal grease screw tip. That's the hardest part. We'll see if I can get the bead on. We'll draw an X. And a few extra dots. Now I'll attach the heat sink. See if I can line up the go. We'll plug it into the fan port. And there we go. Next we'll install the RAM, and I have these 2 sticks of 8 gig Corsair RAM, and I'll install it into the 2nd and 4th slots. Now we're going to install the 1 terabyte Kingston SSD drive. There we go. Now that we have everything on the motherboard, it's time to get everything into the case. We'll start with the power supply and try to get it into the case. And hopefully everything will line up. I've turned the case on its side in preparation for the installation of the motherboard. Now I have to get the 9 screws in. Last one. Great. Now it's time to plug in all the fan cables and the power cables. Well, I had to remove the hard drive brackets, and that bracket plus 2 plastic inserts in order to get the power cables to fit inside the box. And with that, I hope I have all the wires plugged into the right spots on the motherboard. I guess we'll test it out in a little while. And the moment of truth. Let's see if it boots up, or at least posts. Okay, I think we're in business. Now we have to install the operating system.